The Pod Show by Beat Fact Music. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Go and hit Beat Fact Music. BEATFAKMUSIC. Hit that subscribe button. Also, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Check it out. Now let's get to the show. So I hope you all have enjoyed the NBA Finals thus far. Game 4 is tonight. I expect the same thing that I've seen the last 3 games. It's been a spectacle to enjoy in terms of watching both teams utilize their players and utilize their bench and just watch everybody involved. You know, whether it's Chet Holmgren or Williams or Wiggins or Naismith, TJ McConnell, like TJ O'Connell, sorry. If it's TJ, why do I keep getting that guy's name wrong? You know, it's just, it's like a fresh, how do I say it? The scene is just fresh. You know what I mean? Like, it's a fresh scene. And I can't understand why some people don't like it. I love it. Even being a Knicks fan and being disappointed that my team did not get to the NBA Finals, because they haven't been to the Finals forever, and the last time they got to the Finals was 99. Shortened season, and they were completely banged up going into the Finals, so their chances were slim. TJ McConnell, that's his name. Now I got it clear. The pest, as I call him. He's a modern day pest, but he's such a elusive basketball player. But yeah. And the NBA Finals has been something of very, 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 very great perspective on how people view life in certain ways. And why I say that, look at, I'll give you guys an example. Look at Instagram. Instagram is this social media platform that has given millions access to things like sports, cooking, jokes, dramatic scenes, people supposedly being life coaches, relationship coaches, publicists, experts in this, experts in that. It's given a life. For some people, in their minds, social media has given them a platform to express themselves in some way, form, or fashion, or express themselves in their social media world. Because once they leave the social media world, they're back to reality and nobody cares who they are and what they do. It's just facts. And why I say that is that people on Instagram and other social media platforms have gotten comfortable. They've created this platform where all they want is views, likes, respectable comments, and followers. That's it. Nothing else. That's what keeps them going. And I said this before, and I've tweeted this before. If Instagram did not hit the like button, if Instagram did not have the like button, how many people do you think would be on Instagram? If Instagram did not have followers, how many of these people would be on Instagram? So why are we drawn to them? Why are we so drawn to these people? Or sorry, for the most part, most of society. Because you want something to pay attention to. But to me, a lot of these people are doing the exact same thing. It's just fictional to me. The NBA Finals now. Why is everybody so drawn to this? And it's change. This is a different change. Oklahoma, Indiana, what? But why is everybody so drawn to this? But this change is good change. It's called life. This is how life is supposed to be. I'm an old school basketball fan. I've watched the Celtics Lakers. I've watched Bulls Knicks conference finals. I've watched Bulls Pistons. I've watched Bulls Lakers. I've watched Spurs Detroit. Nets, Nets, Lakers, Trailblazers, Lakers. I'm talking about some of the most identified series in the history of the NBA when I'm mentioning these series. Pistons, Bulls, conference rivalry, which was one of the greatest rivalries in basketball and sports history. Knicks, Heat, one of the greatest rivals in sports history. Knicks, Pacers, one of the greatest rivalries in sports history. We were drawn to that. It was a heavyweight match. The players, the teams, the logos, everything about it was what we were drawn to. So now that we saw the NBA, change before our eyes with LeBron and all the things that happened with him and the impact he had, that was suddenly gone. I mean, LeBron had a rivalry with Boston, as they say, really didn't. He was going to the finals. He had his 2-second rivalry with the Raptors. The Raptors never beat him. Everybody tried to create some of LeBron, but LeBron was the constant. LeBron's like Instagram. Everybody's drawn to LeBron for the last 9 or 10 years, straight to 10 straight or 9 or 10 straight finals appearances. But the twist of that is everybody wanted LeBron to lose. A lot of people were against LeBron. LeBron was that Instagram. He had the likes. He had the followers, but they wanted him to lose. But now that LeBron is gone, you would think, oh, man, LeBron's not in the finals anymore. People are like, we're not watching. No, it's changed. This NBA Finals is a perfect example that there are many fans, including myself, are accepting change. You don't want to admit it, but you're accepting change. The regular season is a disaster. You're not going to get anything in the regular season. You're not going to get that feel in the regular season. You're not going to get that push in the regular season. Those days are done. You're not going to get the 82 games of grind. You might get 20 to 30 good games out of these players. The rest they're gonna coast, try to get into the playoffs, and do their thing. Indiana, are they really a 4th seed if they play the way they played all season long? Probably not. Or, sorry, 5th seed. Are they really a 5th seed? Or 4th or whatever their seed, or 4th seed, or I think they're a 4th seed. Are they really a 4th seed? Is Indiana really a 4th seed if they actually balled all year long? Maybe they're not. Who knows? We'll never know. The way these teams are part-timers throughout the regular season, you never know. OKC, they could have won 70 games the way they balled out. They could have won 70 games, but they had some nights where they just, whatever. But when you get to the playoffs, you have to go full force. You got to push it. You got to go all the way. You got to give 48 minutes. Otherwise, you'll be packing your bags. That's why there's only 2 teams left. And this series is just a testament of the grit and grind of wanting to win something that none of these teams have ever had. None of these franchises have ever won an NBA championship. The only player in this finals that has seen or touched that is Pascal Siakam. He's the only one. And he's still a good young basketball player. So no more LeBrons, no more of these older players. It's just a bunch of young guys. I mean, Miles Turner is a vet now at 10 years, but he still has that youth in him. Nobody's ever tasted glory. So it's a fresh look for everybody. And I'm happy because you're getting good basketball. You've had 3 good games. You've had great players on the floor from Benedict Mathurin, Lou Dort, Naismith, Wiggins, of course, Shea, and of course, Halliburton, Miles Turner, Chet Holmgren, Hartenstein. I mean, Williams. I mean, I could keep going on and on. Both coaches are doing a phenomenal job. This is a fresh look, and it's great to see it. Everybody knows about Game 1, Halliburton's shot. Game 2, OKC wasn't playing around. They didn't give them that opportunity. Could have been OKC 2-0. And then, of course, Game 3, the last 8.5 minutes of the game, Indy decided, look, man, we can't give these guys a chance to breathe, and they put them away. Indy was balling. Indy wanted to make sure they put these guys away. They weren't trying to pull a Florida Panthers against Edmonton last night. That was a phenomenal hockey game. If you guys didn't watch that game, if you guys are not a hockey fan, please. Phenomenal game last night. That is, if you've never watched hockey and you watch that game for the first time, you're like, wow. Effort. So now we pay our attentions to tonight, game 4, a pivotal game 4. OKC down 2-1. Indy's got the hook right now. They win this game, they could potentially go up 3-1 and put a real hook on OKC. And OKC trying to come back from 3-1 against Indy, it's going to be tough. Indy's no joke, so Shea's going to have to do what Shea does. And I know he can, and I know he will. He's going to put on that Shea performance and hopefully put OKC in the position to win, tie the series, and make it a best out of 3, and the rest will just kind of fall into place. So it's amazing. And what's amazing to me is the games are minute to minute, end to end, second to second a watch. Like there's no second I'm turning off, this game's a blowout, I'm not watching the rest of this. You just want to see everything from beginning to end, from the tip-off to the last whistle, the last horn, sorry. So these NBA Finals have been a classic. And some people say, oh, look, I'm like, calm down. It's not a classic in terms, I'm not comparing it to the other finals. But it's a classic because these are two teams who have never tasted the glory of an NBA championship, two small market cities. They don't have all these hockey and baseball teams that are loaded in other cities and other parts of the United States and Canada. They don't have that. They just have two teams that they look forward to watching and enjoying to play. And as a fan of basketball, as me watching the Canadian boys ball, I love it. I love it. I love what Benedict did the other night. Although I picked OKC to win, I loved what Benedict did the other night. I know American fans don't like that, but that's okay. Get used to it, because it's going to get even worse. The Canadian, that red blood is going to come over to the United States, and it's going to take over, just like all the other international players have been taking over the league, and rightfully so, because the American players don't want it right now. Take it personal, I don't care. The American players don't want it right now. They're okay chilling out, some of them just spending time on their social media, some of them going to the club and picking up these internet chicks, some of them not doing absolutely nothing. And I know it's some of you might take it personal or take it a pinch or whatever. That's how some of them are. And I've seen it with my own eyes with some of these young players. Caught up on the Instagram videos, caught up on the Twitter videos, the personal pages on YouTube and all that, instead of working on your game. From the mental aspects to the court part of the game. They're not working on that. The American players have a problem right now. And if you don't believe me, go look at this NBA Finals. Because last I checked, Pascal Siakam, Andrew Neymar, and I apologize for not mentioning Andrew Neymar, straight out of Vine. Pascal Siakam, Andrew Neymar, Benedict Mathurin, Luguentz Dort, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, aka SGA, are the guys right now that are impacting this finals. They're not American players. They're not American players. Pascal's from Cameroon, and he represented the Raptors in 2019 when they won. So get that. You guys, I'm telling you all this, and respect to everybody that listens to this show. It's going to get worse because these guys know their door isn't open for them the way it's open in the United States. Pascal Siakam had a little small door, walked through it, went to the G League, did all sorts of stuff, got in. Andrew Neymar wasn't a top pick to most people. Benedict was a top pick, but people felt, Luguentz Dort, same thing. They looked at him like that. when SGA was in LA and that they made that trade for Paul George, which was one of the worst trades I've ever seen in sports. SGA will be okay. Was he really? Okay, because I'm watching the finals right now, and all these guys are balling right now. So, to all the American fans out there that love their stars or Anthony, I love Ant-Man, and I'm going to defend Ant-Man. I know Ant-Man could be great, but he's got to put some effort in other things. Drop the bad habits and get to work. He'll be sensational. But there's some other guys right now, don't even think about it. They're not going anywhere. Cade Cunningham, I know some people are, you're crazy to say about Cade Cunningham. I like Cade Cunningham. But the boys I just mentioned in the NBA Finals, whoo! These boys are cooking right now. The internationals, they're cooking right now, folks. So I'm just saying, keep your eyes out. Not just this NBA Finals, more NBA Finals to come. You're going to see these guys. These guys are here to stay. So get used to it. And I'm very proud as a basketball fan from the North to watch this. This is beautiful. That's what makes it even more beautiful for me, is to watch this. You know, back then they said this and that and the third. They kind of shut these guys out. Yeah, Canadian guy on the team, Tom McCullough. That's it. Now there's like, SGA, we got to talk about him. You guys are it sucks that a lot of these social media marks and media personnel are forcing themselves. You shouldn't have to force yourself. Accept the greatness of these guys. Accept it. So, NBA Finals Game 4 tonight in Indiana. Pivotal game for both teams. Indy could put a hold on OKC with a 3-1 deficit. OKC could make it a best out of 3 with 2 games at home. So keep your eyes out. And for those that have watched this finals and enjoyed it, please, this is something you're never going to forget. Why? Because it's different. Different helps. This ain't an Instagram with a stupid like button, a follower, a comment. None of that. You don't need any content to enjoy this. Just look at the game itself. The product itself is beautiful. I give Adam Silver credit. Before I close off the show, I give Adam Silver some high praise for this one. Because I'll say this and I'll defend him on this. He has been wanting parity in the NBA since he took over. He does not want the same teams in the finals every year. He might want a rematch, but that's it. He doesn't want to see the same teams in the finals 3 years ago. Not 3 years ago. 3 years in a row. He does not want the same teams in the NBA finals 3 years in a row. It doesn't help for him. And it's not good for business. Always a fresh look, a fresh coat of paint is always a good thing. Open the windows, let the paint smell get out, and you'll see how beautiful the walls look. And that's what the Pacers and the OKC Thunder are. Ladies and gentlemen, that's another edition of the NBA Finals Special Edition, courtesy of Unscripted 101, of course, the pie show by Beat Fact Music. You know where this is. So please, keep your eyes on the NBA Finals. I've said my piece, and I will be back either Game 7 or I will be back when the finals is concluded. So ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of your weekend wherever you are in the world. As I always say, wherever you are right now, good morning, good afternoon, good day, good evening, and good night. Peace.